Hello, my lovely anatomists. Michelle Glass here, and thank you for joining me for this last instructional video on respiratory system. Our job in this video is to take a look at just a couple of diagrams and add just a few more structures. So let's get started. All right, y'all. So taking a look at this diagram here, let's get our orientation. So we're seeing our tube right here as the trachea. So that means right here, we have our right main bronchi. And I know that this side here is my left main bronchi. Excuse me, I should be saying bronchus because I'm labeling it as a single. And let me go back to saying I know this is my left main bronchus because I'm going to see two lobar bronchi, and I'm going to label this as bronchus because I'm just labeling the one side. Take a look here where the right and left main bronchi branch off, and we see here the structure called the carina. Taking a look here, we see segmental bronchi. Now I'm labeling several, so I'll use the plural form of the word. And then as we get in here, we see those smaller bronchioles. And remember, this is where we see smooth muscle showing up. So when we talk about constricting airways, it's happening at the bronchiole. That smooth muscle is contracting to constrict or to open those airways, it would relax. Down here at the bottom, we see alveolar sacs, or we can talk about a single one. If we look maybe down here, we can talk about a single one as alveoli. The alveolar sacs, the alveoli is the location for gas exchange. So the rest of this pathway through the trachea and the bronchial tree is pretty much what can be talked about as like anatomic dead space, meaning it's just carrying the air down to this particular location. When we look further at this diagram, we can see the parietal pleural, and keep in mind, this is so it's already labeled for us. This is the inner surface of the thoracic wall. And then we have the visceral pleura, which is actually on the surface of the lungs, or like the lung wall. And remember, the parietal pleura and visceral pleura are making up part of that serous membrane that was introduced to you at the very beginning of your anatomy and physiology course. The last diagram for us to take a look at and label is this diagram showing our lungs. And there's quite a lot that we can label here that we've actually already labeled. So I won't take a lot of our time to do that. You can see, obviously, this is your left lung, and you can label the two lobes and the fissure. And this is our right lung, and you can label your three lobes and your fissures, and that would be excellent practice. As we look at this top image here, you're looking at the costal surface, where costal is referring to rib. And as we look at this view here, we're looking at the mediastinal surface, where the mediastinum is that area between your lungs that's containing the heart and trachea and the esophagus. So you can see here we have all these indentations and grooves making room for the other structures that are in the thoracic cavity. Here were the blood vessels and bronchi are penetrating into the lung. We have the hilum. And then we're able to see here and here what we've already labeled on our models as the diaphragmatic surface, meaning closest to the diaphragm. All right, y'all, stay tuned for some practice videos on the models. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other.